Okay, so like we said, this is module 2, and module 2 will be centering on data types, variable, basic input output operations, and basic operators. And for today, we will be centering on the command print, and we will use it on the sandbox. So I would encourage you to pay attention. You can write some of these commands if you wish, but I just want to give us the basic idea. So this is our sandbox, and in the sandbox we have the argument, which is the command print. And after this print, we have two brackets that are open. We have the open bracket, we have the closed bracket. Then we have the content that we want to write, and the content is in an inverted comma. So what it simply means is that anytime we are using the word print, we should remember it's going to be in open and close brackets. And then if we want to print certain words, remember it should be in inverted commas. So for instance, if I run this, you will see down here that I am going to see hello world. Okay, so let's see. Can you see hello world? Now what I can see here is exactly what I have typed in between the inverted commas. So instead of saying hello world, I can decide to say hello MBA 805 class. Okay, then remember to close your bracket, your inverted commas, and then to close your bracket. So if I run my command now, I am going to see hello MBA 805 class. So in Python, you can see the first program consists of these parts. The first part is the word print, and an opening bracket or opening parenthesis, then a quotation mark, then a line of text, then another quotation mark, then the closing parenthesis. So as I have said earlier, this is the structure, and it is very important for you to understand. So anything at all you want, when you say print, you are actually saying you would want the system to display this information as it is. Okay, that is basically when you use the word print. So we're going to see in multiple cases how we can play around with this. So it says the word print that you can use here is a function name. It doesn't mean that whatever the word appears is always a function name. The meaning of the word comes from the context in which the word has been used. Okay, so we've probably encountered the term function many times before, all right, especially during this particular class. But it is important for us to understand that it is a function, right? And the function itself is built in as in it is within the Python programming itself, right? That is the command print. Now, as we said before, the function have what we call an effect and then a result. All right, the print has an effect, the function print has an effect and a result. So there's a third and very important function component, and that's called the argument. Now, mathematical functions usually take arguments like maybe you do sine x or cos x or things like that. All right, and so when you put that argument, then you put it in parentheses or in brackets, and then you put in what you want to evaluate. But Python functions, on the other hand, are more versatile, especially depending on the individual needs. All right. So they may sometimes accept any number of arguments, as many as necessary to perform their tasks. But just remember that any zero includes zero. So sometimes Python functions don't need any argument, especially in spite of the number of the needed this thing. Right. So if you want to deliver one or more argument to a function, you definitely place them inside parentheses, inside a bracket. So if you want to place any argument, just make sure you put it inside a bracket. Just remember also to distinguish ordinary words from function. All right. So you place a pair of either inverted commas or brackets after the names so that it can understand. So if, for instance, you are talking about a function print, we are going to see so many functions in Python, but I'm just giving you the basic to understand that the function comes before the parenthesis, before the bracket. Okay, the function comes before the bracket. So when you say hello world, the, this is the information you want to bring down. All right, hello world, but you have to put it in a function that will tell the computer what you intend doing. Okay, so we said, as you see in the string is delimited with quotes. All right, in fact the quotes make the string the cut off. Okay? uh, Make the string the cut off. Okay? All right, so sorry for that break. Okay, so what we are talking about here is the print function, how it works. All right, the hello world and the function. So what happens when Python encounters an invocation like what we have here, like the function name, then you have the argument. Okay? Like the function name, then you have the argument. Now the function name in this case is print. The argument is what is inside of the bracket or the parenthesis. Okay? So that is how it comes. So you see, it's as simple as it is. So let's do a small activity before we do it on the system. I want everybody to pick a pen and paper, and I want you to write it. Write it on the paper. I want you to write. This is it. This the print command, which is one of the easiest in Python. Simply do. So in your first lab, use the print function to print the line "Hello Python" to the screen. So do it. Do it now. Just print the line "Hello Python." All right. Before we do it on the screen. Hey, well, sorry. Okay, so I am sure by now everybody has been able to write his function. So let's write the function together. What do we want to say? We want to say hello Python. Okay. So first I put my command, and you see it's coming out in blue. Hello. Then I leave a space. Then in my inverted comma, in my bracket, you see the brackets are open. Then I put what? Hello Python. Python. Now, if I execute this command like this, it would look as if the hello Python is an argument itself. So what I should do is to make sure I put it in what? Inverted commas. So because I don't want it to look different, I want it to come out exactly as I put it. All right. So hello Python. Okay. So I want you to put it on your paper, hello, and then your name. All right. You should just put it hello your name. For instance, hello Alode, hello Baba Victor, hello Dajan, hello Florence, hello Frederick. Just hello Prince Will. Use your name, whatever it is you want to use. Okay. So let me run it and let's see. Okay. So can you see? So it has come out hello Python. So it simply means that it's very simple. As simple as ABC. All right. Now, the next thing that we want to also do, still using the print, is what is the effects of that the print function will cause. I've already explained that for you guys. Let me just skip this page. This page. All right. So this is another one. I want you to print. Look at it. Do it on your paper and print this. So instead of printing this, I want you to just write 2 sentences in 2 lines on your paper. All right, then we'll come and do it. See, okay, why did I even do it here? So I want you to do it on your paper, right? I want so that it will come out in 2 different lines, right? My name is Frederick. I live at this. I am. How old are you, Frederick? Okay, I am 16 years old, and then you put it like that. Okay, so I want you to do that on the paper right now. So let me give you 1 minute to do that. Okay. So by now, I want to believe that we have all done that. So let's take a look at how our command should look like. Okay, let's take a look at how our command should look like. So first of all, I will say print. Which name should we use? Let me see. Which name should we use? Uh, Miriam. Let's use Miriam's name. Miriam Atahiru. Okay. So inverted commas like this. Sorry, I put inverted commas. My name is Miriam Atahiru. Okay, so you see, I have done this. This is just for the first line. Then I press enter. Then I go the second line, print. Okay, then I inverted commas. Miriam, where do you live? Okay, I live in number 15. No, let me see. Government house. New government house. No, not in number 15. I live in the new government house. Little refill. Then number 3. Let's see what happens. You do print, and then it says what? Where? How old are you? I am. How old are you? Okay, I am 18 years old. 18 years old. Okay, I need to put it in inverted commas. Okay. Now, I want you to observe something. Have you seen? Oh, sorry, it looks as if you were not hearing me earlier on. Let
Yeah.
me repeat what.
Yes, it was muted. It was muted for some time.
Okay, thank you very much. So I am. Let me repeat what I said. What I'm saying is that by now I believe you must have all written the codes on your paper. So now, since we have written it on a paper, we're going to do it together. What we want to do is use the print function to write like different lines of command. Okay, so I'll write it differently so that you will see certain mistakes, small mistakes that we can make that can cause our program not to work and things like that. So 3 lines, and then we wanted to use a particular participant. Who are we using? We say we're using Miriam Atahiru, right? So we'll now use print, then open bracket, then I do my inverted commas, then it says my name is Miriam Atahiru. Okay. And then you go to the next line, then you say print. Okay, the next line, print. Then you say okay, inverted commas. I live in a new government house. Little way. Okay. Now, then the third one. Then you say, let's say, how old are you, right? So it says open bracket. Then you say, I am how old? 18 years old. Now, I want you to see these 3 commands that I've written. Is there a problem with any of them? Is there a problem
Yes,
with
sir.
any of the lines?
The last one
Yes.
is the first.
The second one doesn't have.
Yes.
The second and the last.
Very good. So let's start with the first one, the first line. Is there a problem with the first line?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Looks like everybody is saying no, 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 no. Okay. Is there anybody that is saying yes? Okay. Okay. I like somebody who is chatting, who is sending on the chat. Somebody says second line. So I want you to chat me and let me know. In the first line, is there a problem? Say yes or no. First line, is there a
No.
problem? So just
No.
No.
okay. All of you says no. Okay, no. Frederick says no. Who else again? Let me see. Okay, it's only Frederick that is typing. Okay, Victor says no. Okay, Florence says no. All right. Kari says no. Okay, seems like everybody is saying no. All right. I am here to tell you there is a problem in the first line. See, all of you are saying there's no problem, but I think there is a problem, and we will find out what the problem is. So now, let's go to the second line. Is there a problem in the second line? Yes or no? If there's yes,
Yes.
Yes.
so all of you are saying yes, 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 yes. Okay, what is the problem in the second line?
There's no inverted comma at the end.
Okay, there is no inverted commas at the end of the text. Is that not so? So you are correct. How about the third line? Is there a problem?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there is a problem. So what is the problem?
Instead of bracket close.
Okay,
Bracket.
there is no close bracket. So now let's find out. You see the first one, if you see the second one and the third one, you see the color, the print is in color. Is that not so? The color is
Yes.
like blue.
Yes.
Eh? The color is like blue. But see the first one, there is no color. So it means that there is something that is wrong. Once you see the color that is in blue, remember in the last class, we talked about the text, the alphabets, then the lexicon, that is the dictionary it uses, then the syntax, and then the semantics and things like that. So if the lexicon, that's the dictionary, if the word you are using is within the Python lexicon or within the Python dictionary, you will find it in blue. Okay, so as it is now, this print you see in black here is not in the dictionary. So there will be an error here. So what is the error here? Look at the print. This one is in capital letter. The other ones are in small. So the moment I just put small letter here, you see it turns out in blue. So what it simply means is that all the arguments you're going to use, all of them are in what? Small letters or lowercase, as the case may be. Okay. Now the second line, you are correct. There is no close inverted comma. So this one, the error is a syntax error. Okay, it's a syntax error. So the third one also, there is no inverted, there's no close bracket. It's a syntax error. Why is it a syntax error? Because the syntax is the rule that says if you want to print something, you put it in inverted comma and then put it in brackets. Okay, you put it in brackets. So now let's run our program and see what comes out. Okay. Okay, so you see, my name is Miriam Atahiru Jega. I live in the new government house, Little Refill. I am 8 years old. So what it simply means is that if you want things to be displayed in multiple individual lines, you must have to be putting what? Print, 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 print. Okay, but is it possible for me to just put everything in one print? Okay, let's put everything in one print and then let's see what will happen. My name is who? Atahiru Jega. Let me do like this. Then you say I live in Little Rayfield, Jos. See?
There's no E.
Eh?
There's no E. In refuge.
Okay, Rayfield, right? Okay. Now observe what I have done. See this in, you see it is in blue. You understand? But you see the first line is in green. So what it means is that the system is going to see this my second line as a function. All right. So what I'm supposed to do is put all of them in one line. I live in Little Rayfield, Field, like this, right? Just.
Yes.
And I am 18 years old.
What if the J is capital letter?
Okay, just I should put like this. Good. So now If I put it like this and I decide to run my command, you will see, look at how it came out in one line. My name is Miriam Atayu Jega. I live in Little just blah, 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 blah. You see, so far, I have not gone to line 2. Everything is going to come out in one line. So if I want this same thing and I don't want to use print, and maybe I press enter here, you see the moment I press enter, it sees this as a function. It sees this as a function because it has it in its lexicon, in its dictionary. So if I do like this, for instance, so let me run it and let's see. So see what it's telling me. Syntax error. Can you see? Syntax error. And in the syntax error, it's telling me that from my first line, I have an issue. So my command is not going to run. Okay? So that is how it works. So if I want it to have to be in different lines, all I just need to do, I close like this here, and then here I use print, open bracket, do like this, and then this. Then here I will come to print this. Okay, so if I run it now, you see, look at it. My name is Atahiru Medium. I live in Refuge Jos and I am 18 years old. So as the command is executing, it does not show all these print commands, it just displays what is in the inverted commas. Okay, so that is about the print, having it in new lines. And even if you want to leave a space, for instance, if you want to leave a space, for instance, or you want to use a different line, let me run this so that you see what I mean. Now, see what it says. The itsy speedy spider, look at it here. Okay, if you want a new line, you should use this. Look at it here. All right, it says there are 2 ways, very subtle changes. We've inserted a strange pair of characters inside the rhythm to look like this, and / and then n. All right, just to show that if you want that line to be, if you want it to be in a new line. So, for instance, print, then bracket, my name is, this name should be used this time around. Let's see. Let's see. Emmanuel James. Okay. My name is Emmanuel James. Okay. My name is Emmanuel James, and I want it to continue on the next line, but under the same print. Then I do like this. Then I continue. I live in, where do you live? Angwanrogo, Jos. Okay, so let's find out what will happen if I run the command. Look at it here. My name is who? Emmanuel James. I live in Angwanrogo, Jos. So you see, under the same line, but just by putting this, it has shifted it into the next. So instead of using print, I can use this and it will serve the same purpose. So I want the next line. I can also just put like this and then I continue. Now observe, look at it. It is in blue here. It simply means that it is within its dictionary. It is blue, so it is within its lexicon dictionary. So if I, okay, so let's say I am 7 years old. All right. So if I want to, for instance, leave space, okay, assuming now if I run this now, let's see what is going to happen. Good. My name is Manuel James. I live in Angwaro, Jos. I am 87 years old. So assuming I want to leave a space, I want to leave a space and then continue. There are two ways I can do it. Yeah, I can just do like this. Okay, I can just come here. I can do like this, like this. It says I expect to get A in this course. Okay, so let's run it and see what we have. Okay, so you see it has left space here. All right, but two lines of space. So if you want to also, if you don't want it that way, you can also type print and then leave it empty, and then it will take the empty space and you will move on and on. So these are some of the things that you can use in print. So like here we said, if you want to put just one backslash inside the string, don't forget its escaping nature. You have to double it. Example is if you put this like this, it's going to be wrong. All right. So for instance, if I say print and then I do like this, okay, do like this, okay. So what can see? What is it telling me? Syntax error. Syntax error. But the question is, share this thing is in inverted commas. Why is it syntax error? It's simple because it is part of the rule. So you see here as it is, you see this hyphen and this slash is in blue. Can you see it? It's in blue. The other one is in green. So it means that it is saying this as a function. The one is as a function. So if I put the second one like this, you see the innermost ones are still like functions, but the inverted commas have turned out green. So let's see how it happens. So if I clean this, sorry, I clean this, and then I run this for instance. Let's see. This is as it is now. These two slashes is a function. All right, it's a function, and in the function is displaying what? Only one. And you see, why is it not displaying two? Because it is as the rule describes it. You have to put this if you want to have one of this. Okay, so it is. These are some of the little things we need. All right. So if I'm writing a sentence that has commas and other inverted commas and things like that, how do I go about it? How do I go about it? So I'm not going to talk much about it. It's the same thing we have been speaking. I want to just go down to where I will give you an activity for everybody to write. Where is it? Okay, we have done all this. Still using comma and the function. Okay. Okay, very good. Now, this is the next thing that I want to introduce to you. It's another argument, and is the equal to the end, and then the equal sign. Okay, the end and the equal sign. How do you put them together? All right. So here we said that Python offers another mechanism for the passing of argument, which can be helpful when you want to convince the print function to change its behavior a little bit. All right. We aren't going to explain it in depth, but we plan to do this when we talk about functions. So the mechanism is called keyword argument. The name stems from the fact that the meaning of this argument is taken not from its location or its original position, but from a special word, keyword, and to isolate them. So the print function has two keywords argument. that you use for your purpose. The first of them is called n. Okay, so the editor of the window, sorry, the editor windows, you can see a very simple example of using the keyword argument. All right, as you can see here. All right, look at it here. My name is Python. All right, then comma, then I now put n equals to this. So why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? What is the need for that? Okay, then see again. It also says that a keyword argument consists of three elements: a keyword identifying the argument, then ends end here. That's the argument. Then an equal sign and a value assigned to that argument. So any keyword argument have to be put after the last positional argument. All right, after the last positional. So in our example, we have made use of any keyword argument and set it as a string containing one space. So if we run the code now, let's see what will happen here. So look at what we have. My name is Python. Then Python, Monty Python. Now, see the Monty Python is on the second line. You see that? The Monty Python is on the second line. But when you run the code, it's on the first line. So let's see what happens. So assuming I remove this, and then let's run the command again and see what happens. Can you see? My name is Python, Monty Python. So you see, in this case, Monty Python is in the second line. But in the first case, if I put the end argument here, what am I doing? It's like I am concatenating it to continue here. All right. So if I run it again, you see it will come all under one line. So can you see? My name is Python, then Monty Python. So the point here is that if I want it to continue in one line, having multiple lines of codes, I can do it this way. What scenarios do I have? Assuming I'm writing a code and it's going to take a very long line, and I don't want to be scrolling like that. I just put it this way, and then it's going to now move on for me. Okay, so that is where the end argument is. But there's another interesting thing that I want you to know. So a difficult behavior reflects the situation where the end keyword argument is implicitly used in the following way. So what if I put inside this, instead of leaving it empty, I put this. Okay, so let's see what happens. If I run the command, and then let's see. Look at it. So if I put this line here, it means that it nullifies the fact that this is empty and goes down here. So invariably, the end function gives whatever it is you put in here is going to be the function that will apply to the next line. Okay, so usually it's not just a word; it's a function that you're going to put, an argument that you are going to put in there. Okay. So the next thing that okay, I think it's the same thing I talked about here. Okay, so the next keyword is SEP. SEP is short form for separator. Another keyword argument is like the separator that we have here, right? So the SEP argument delivers the following result. So if I have my name is Monty Python, and then I put separator, and then I put hyphen. Yeah? What it simply means is that it's going to now put in this particular hyphen in after each of these inverted commas. So if I run this now, for instance, you're going to see my dash name dash is dash this. You understand? So in this case, I can decide to say, okay, let's write a simple one. Let me I use as example now. Okay, Florence. Let's use Florence now. So print. Then we say sorry. Print. Then we say Florence whose classmate money. Okay, classmates money as follows. Are we together? As follows. Then see what I can do now. I can decide to now use like this so that I'll go to the next line. Is that not so? And then in the as follows, I'm going to the next line. So I'm going to now, let me say, let me come here. Who are those? Florence, who did you collect money from? Okay, she collected from Hafsat, Luke, and who else did she collect money from? From Victor. Hafsat, Luke, and Victor. Okay, so now I will say Hafsat, then also
Casio.
the Hafsat is Hafsat. How much did she collect from Hafsat? Hafsat is 500. Or instead of calling names, let me just put a simple example so that you know. So we'll say 500, 500, then 800, 8, and let's say 400. Now I can come put separator, then I can say the money is in dollars. Okay, I can say the money is in dollars. So now if I have it this way, okay, separator equals to, okay, okay. So if I decide to run the command, now let's see what happens. I have a syntax error. What did I miss?
Separator doesn't have T.
Eh?
Separator doesn't have T.
Okay, it doesn't have T. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Okay. So let me clear it and then see. So this Florence we have as follows. Then this one is going to come this. Okay. Separator SEP should run. Because okay. Now this is what I'm saying. So you see, I think I made a mistake as I wrote it. you see the dollar goes for the 800, goes for this, and goes for this. So I can decide to put them in different lines. Let's see whether it will work. Will it work? Different lines. Supposed to be in blue. It's turning out to be in blue. Not turning out to be in blue. Let's hope I will not get the syntax. Yeah, I have a syntax. It's not. It's supposed to turn out in blue. What is it? I'm not getting right. Okay. Okay. Yes, it's gonna work. Still giving me syntax. What am I missing? Something. Missing something. Okay. I will find out what it is I'm missing. But the idea of the separator is anywhere you want, instead of this dollar, if I want asterisks, for instance, it's going to come just to separate this. Okay? If I want anything I want, then it's just going to separate it. So that's basically the idea of the separator, like this 500 asterisks, this asterisk, this. So that's the concept of the separator. I'll find out how we can put them in different lines. So, what other feature do we have in the print? This, I think we have used the separator, we have used n. What else do we have? We have used the line, that is the next line. And then, okay, there's a small activity for you guys now. So, this is what you should write. Write a program that will bring out this. Programming asterisk 3 essentials asterisk 3 a dot Python. Okay? Python. So, just write a program. That's just an assignment. Write a program that will bring out this particular output. Okay? So, I think this is where we have covered the print. It's another activity. Just write a program. You see this particular program? This particular program is just going to bring out an arrow. Look at it. Just to bring out an arrow. Look at the arrow here. Can you see? Just to bring out an arrow. It's just to show us how we can use the string. Okay, so I think this is where we will stop. We have covered it. Maybe by next class. Okay, yeah, we have covered it. This is summary. So by next class, we should be able to start looking at numbers, how to add numbers, okay, and add some elements to make it more interesting. All right. So the question.
Can you display the assignment again? I wasn't able to copy it before you moved.
Okay. Previous. Okay, so this is the assignment here.
Okay, programming.
So this is the assignment here. Let's write a program that will fix this. Okay. Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you so much for participating in this class.
Thank you, sir.
The next class will be tomorrow. I will check the time. The lesson part is everything. Alright. So any question? By the way, somebody promised me a glow, what do they call it? MiFi.
Yes.
I don't know
The person is
that
right here.
was that generous, but
His name is Mr. Ifine.
okay, Mr. Ifine. Okay. Is he going to today's class?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Mr. Ifine, you are here. All right.
Yes, sir.
The entire class to this, Mr. Ifine is advocating that we should use a glow and we should use glow 4G. It's very, very good. It will give us good data. So, since the lockdown in Jos will be over today, maybe I'll try and see if I can get it. And then by next class, I'll use the glow 4G. And every
Okay,
one
that'll
of
be
you
nice.
try and patronize him to use glow 4G so that we will not have any network challenge.
Okay.
Right?
It's okay, sir.
All right.
You already know that.
So, thank you very, very much for all attending.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.